So today we've got someone coming into the office. It doesn't happen all the time, which is quite exciting. They've got an amazing product, but they're not doing anything online. They have barely started online. She's in lots and lots of retailers, fantastic product, has doing really well wholesale. She's in lots of retailers, but by her own admission, she's doing nothing online. She's reached out, she's asked if we could give her a hand, and she's bringing in some of the products. So we're gonna get to see the product. I just wanna get a better understanding of exactly what she has been doing, because she did say she spent a few thousand on Facebook and a few thousand on Google and done a few things, but she hasn't got that return. So need to get under the skin of what exactly has she been doing, why isn't it working, and then really figure out how we can build a strategy. Because most of the time, the brands we're working with are already doing hundreds of thousands or millions online, and we're taking them to that next level. This is a lot smaller, but that doesn't necessarily mean we can't help. So long as the product's right, there's a clear market, and we've got a clear vision of where this brand, this product needs to go, we might just be able to help. And you lucky people get to come with me into this meeting. I'm gonna bring you behind the scenes so you get to see some of the product with me, and she's gonna be here any minute. So let's get to it. Okay, okay, that is nice. So really nice. So
Men love that one.
It is really good. That is actually, I'm just like, we'll leave this one here. But I guess the conundrum there is that it's interruption marketing for the most part. So it's not, people aren't looking.
Yeah.
So the targeting with that is going to be absolutely key, which is why if you've gone really broad, that might be part of the problem. Yeah, I love the packaging.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
We've worked really hard on the unboxing experience. It's such a big part now of product making.
Yeah, it smells really nice. And you said this is
Yes,
the best seller.
Yeah, and all throughout the year, even in your Christmas period.
Lovely to meet you. Leave it with us. I'll review the data, and then we'll come back to you and see what we can do. Thank you so much for the products.
No worries. Yeah. Enjoy them. There's a few bits in there, so you get to burn them.
There you go. Yeah, very happy. No, we'll be putting them everywhere now.
People
but yeah,
love them.
It's grand. Sophie, thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful weekend.
And you. Safe trip back. Take care. That was very interesting. So we don't often work with many startups, small businesses, but we liked her. We liked her a lot. She got in touch, and so we're going to, we're going to do the usual. We're going to have a look at her data. We're going to see how her business is getting on right now. Looks like that business is doing some really interesting things. She's in lots of wholesalers, retailers, but the one part of the business which is really lacking is that online side. Unfortunately, that's what we do. So sometimes for the most part, a lot of our brands are those that are doing several 100,000 and really want to take it to the next level. But sometimes, just occasionally, we will work with a brand where they're in those very early stages of that online side and they really want to take off. Product looks amazing, brand's great, there's a great story there. I think there's a lot for us to work with. Let's wait and see. Let's have a look at the data, go from there. You just never know. Right, let's get to it. Well, look at this. Welcome behind the scenes of our Grow with Evergreen podcast. Yes, this is where the magic happens. You can see we've got our setup here. We went through a few iterations of trying different things with the podcast, of what's the best types of mics to use and the best headsets. And now we've got, by very definition, we've got all the gear. And I personally have no idea, but Darren knows what he's doing, and that's all that matters. So this is our pod. We've already done so many episodes. What we're tending to do is batch the episodes up. So every couple of weeks on a Friday, we are recording 3 or 4 episodes at a time. Hence, we've recorded loads already now. Then they come out every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So make sure you set your watch by that. We're having a lot of fun, and we're getting so many guests on. Even today, we've had several brands join us. And just to give you an insight into the sort of the length and breadth of the types of brands, we've had a startup today that's not done any ads. They're literally like, I know I should, I don't know where to start. And so we're kind of guiding them through real basics. And we don't work with startups, and we haven't really had any startups on the pod, but we decided to with this one because one, we knew we could help her. And I thought in helping her, I'd actually be able to help many sort of really kind of small, kind of micro businesses. What should they be thinking about? And she was classic, so many ideas and not really knowing where to focus. But then by the other extreme, we've got a business that's doing millions and wants to further scale up. We've got another business that's doing 50, 60K a month and wants to take things up to that next level. So love the variety and the different marketing challenges, and we put it in the application, but we insist that brands are really honest. They're happy to talk about their numbers and get into what's working, what's not, and be really honest and transparent. And that is what I think is making our podcast really interesting. And it's great because the feedback we're getting, it's modest in terms of numbers, but as they always are, we've already broken that duck of the first 8 episodes. So many pods don't get beyond that, so we're well and truly beyond that now. and it's very exciting. So this is the studio. So I've got a little break, which I thought I'd give you a little insight between the different episodes that we're recording today. We've got one more today, so that's really exciting. Also wanted to share with you a little update that's a very practical one, is that for the eagle-eyed among you, you may notice that the Evergreen HQ looks a little bit different. You might see this in the poster we start to put out. We have moved more desks into this side of the office. We've consolidated. There's a few reasons for that. One, increasingly so the team are working from home. So we're moving more and more to, we've always had a hybrid, but we're definitely doing more of that. And the team have sort of said, oh, can I just work from the office once or twice a week? And that's fine. So we're doing that. But more importantly, or as important, is we are planning, we've sort of mapped out the next 5 years of Evergreen. And one of the key things we want to do on our agency's growth map is own the property that we work out of. We don't at the moment, we lease. And as those of you that have followed us for a while will know, we've had 2 units. We had one for a few years, then we expanded and took over a second unit because we needed the space. But now the lease on the first unit has run out. So we have decided to give the keys back, because in a couple of years, when this lease runs out, we are going to give the keys back to this unit, and we're off buying somewhere, which is very exciting. We've already registered with all the agents. We've already got a few ideas. We've even had a look at a couple of properties, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, but I needed to get the agency into a place where it was able to do it and in the right sort of position. But to be able to buy the property that you operate out of, I just think there's so much value in that, and I just think that's just a great thing to do. So that's one of the things we're planning to do in the next couple of years. We'll keep bringing you behind the scenes on that whole journey. I mean, who knows? I will bring you, when we view some properties, I will bring you behind the scenes on us actually viewing some properties, because I think that'll be fascinating. So we've got some ideas on that. But so yeah, it's meant that we've consolidated. So we've had to it's very cozy in here now. We've had to bring more desks in, and then we're having to create a bit of a rota now in terms of people in and out of the office. So that's fine. So that's all going on. I do like it though. I have to say, we've brought all of our awards over, and we've got little bits and bobs going. So I'm really happy and liking this setup. And we just kind of almost need a revolving door, because we've got some people in on certain days and then not on others, and that sort of works. The other thing that I wanted to tell you about today is something we've been working on for a few months, quite literally about 4 or 5 months now, is a report. So you'll know that we've sort of niched into the home garden lifestyle space. And one of the things we really wanted to do, having done that, was really sort of showcase our expertise, our experience, just how on the pulse we are within this sector, because we know it. We've got so many connections, contacts. We kind of know all the movers and shakers, or a lot of them, in this sector. And we have, obviously, if that's all you're working on day to day, you get to know what's happening. And so what we wanted to do is do a research piece and put together a report on the sector as a whole, a kind of a state of the nation kind of report on what's happening within the home garden lifestyle sector, specifically when it comes to paid media, marketing, digital strategy, growth, etc. We've been working on that, researching it, writing it, mapping it out, doing all sorts of things for about 4 months. And now it's finished. And what's happening right now, you can see over there, Harriet is just putting the last few bits and pieces together. It's I can see it on a screen. Come on, we'll have a quick look. Hey. Can we see? Can we see it? We're not allowed to. Okay, we're not allowed to see it. We're not allowed to see it. But it's going to be really good fun, and it's going to be our paid media and marketing sort of report. It's going to look at the whole of the home garden lifestyle sector, and it's a real breakdown of everything we're seeing, wider trends, predictions for the future, a sort of a deep dive analysis of everything that's gone before, and kind of a real intense look at everything that's happening in the home garden lifestyle space. So if you are in that space, that is 100% a report that you're going to want to get your eyes on. I think you're going to find it hugely valuable. To be honest, by the time this episode of Uncut comes out, it might be in the public domain. So if you see me talking about it, post about it, make sure you download it and get a copy of it, because it is going to be quite something. We're even planning, Harry and I are discussing at the moment, we may actually get it physically printed and bound and then maybe send it. So it might just arrive on a doorstep near you soon, because we think we've never seen a report done to that level of depth and detail in this sector specifically. So that's exciting. So there you go. There's the pod. Here's the new office with the plans of us moving, and we're working on a report. There's quite a lot going on, isn't there? So here's another update for you. We have just found and brought on a fractional head of marketing. Why, you may be asking? Well, there's only so many hours in the day, and Darren and I, we're creating all of this amazing content which you are enjoying, not least our Uncut, our Tea Talks, our podcast now, that frankly, we need another experienced pair of hands that can help us not just with the creation, but getting that content out to you lovely people and making sure that there's a consistent theme, a narrative to all of our content, because we know exactly what we're trying to get across, we know who we're trying to get that message in front of, and with only so many hours in the day, plus the business to run, there's only so much of my time and Darren's time that we can put into the marketing alongside all of the client stuff and the day-to-day. So we realized that we need another pair of hands. Luckily, I knew the man for the job, and he is coming into the office today for us to have a chat, and really what we're aiming to do is get him up to speed on everything we've been doing so that he can then sort of get in the driving seat and start to drive it forward with us, and very much in conjunction with us, so we can continue creating the content and he can help in the background by just sort of greasing the wheels and getting everything running nice and smoothly. So he's coming in shortly.
Oh, you all right? Afternoon, chaps.
Hello, hello, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Good to see you, buddy. You good? You well?
Yeah. Excellent.
I am so excited for today's meeting. Loads to tell you, so I hope you're ready. All right, straight in the boardroom, let's do it, let's go. Off to you, please, go. So look, the way I see this is we're creating a lot of content, right? So the message we want to get out is fairly consistent. We've come up with, over the last few months, a few ideas in terms of the different types of content we want to be producing. If you can sort of look at all that we're doing and then kind of critique it and work out what's the best way of using all this stuff, that's going to be hugely powerful. It's going to be really good fun. Can't wait to work with you. Yeah, no, thanks so much. Yeah, we'll be in touch next week with the next steps, and then we'll get into it. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Good stuff. All right, well, it's so lovely to, delighted to be working with you. We'll speak to you soon. All the best. Take care. Thanks so much. Thank you for there. Well, there you go. He's caught me on the fly. So that was me just coming off another call with a new client. They've just signed up. They want to get started immediately, which is amazing. So yeah, you can find out at the same time the team can find out, which is amazing. It's been a lot going on this episode of Uncut. A little bit different for you, as we like to keep it fresh. You've seen some of the changes we're making around the office as well. Loving this, feels like home, which is great. You've also seen one or two of the new members of teams, so some of the personnel changes. We've also, as at the time of recording this, got someone else joining us next week. By the time this comes out, they'll already be in situ. You might have seen one or two of my LinkedIn posts, so keep an eye out on that. Some very, very talented people joining the Evergreen team. And you've obviously also had a glance of our new report, which again, by the time this comes out, that should be live. So Darren will no doubt put a link somewhere around me on this video where you'll be able to download it. So make sure you check that out, because I think you'll absolutely love it. It's been a busy episode. I think we'll leave it here for this round of Uncut. Hope you've enjoyed it. You've got a real flavour of all the various things we get up to on a daily and weekly basis. I need to get back to work, so I'll see you on the next one. Take care.